What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Monday Night Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a wrestler rejects a WWE return, WWE's been exposed, a WWE star forced to retire, Dominik Mysterio is confirmed to be injured, another WWE star getting a monster push, CM Punk urged to retire, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. As always, we won't recap the show, but just provide you with the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good, is number 1, the Usos win gold. Raw was main evented by the Usos versus Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, and it came as a surprise to see the Usos win the titles already. Now, it was already expected that WWE would extend the Jey Uso Inner Saboteur storyline, but it's possible that they want AJ Styles back as a single star. The Usos are now one of the most decorated and celebrated tag teams of all time, so inserting them back into the tag division makes a lot of sense. Hopefully the two have some compelling heel teams to feud against, as this could be the savior that the Raw tag division needs. Number 2, Maxxine Dupri shines again. Maxxine Dupri has had a stellar 2025, and her improvement in the ring is palpable. On Raw last night, Dupri held her own in a promo segment with Becky Lynch, and it's unclear if she'll drop the Intercontinental title to Lynch next week, but if she does, she's had a fantastic showing as champion. Number 3, Balor solo run incoming. It could finally be time that Finn Balor embarked on a solo run. During the Raw commercial break, Balor cut a babyface style promo where he stated that he's bringing gold into the faction in 2026, and the crowd were fully behind him. The days of pin Balor may be finally over. Number 4, new Theory theme. Now, Austin Theory has a new theme and a new presentation, and has got rid of the cargo pants after just one appearance, and the trunks are now back. I mean, they weren't that bad. The new theme doesn't sound like the original Death Rebel slop that fans have become accustomed to, and the overhaul in presentation is definitely a positive step forward for him. Number 5, the Fearless Lock. Nikki Bella would finally pay tribute to John Cena on Raw. Bella would lock in her own version of the STF, and according to Bella on X, this move is going to be known as the Fearless Lock moving forward. And Penta is back. Penta is back in action after a short stint on the shelf with an injury. He would make the save for Rey Mysterio on Raw, and to say that he received one of the biggest pops of the year wouldn't be hyperbolic. It now looks like Penta and Mysterio are going to join forces against the Vision, and this could be the breakout feud Penta needs to take him to the next level in the company. But that was good. What about the bad? Is number 1, the streak continues. Now, Austin Theory had a big match on Raw last night versus Rey Mysterio, and unfortunately WWE just couldn't give Theory the win. As things stand, Theory hasn't won a singles match in WWE for almost 2 years, which is a crazy statistic. It was reported a few months ago that Theory was going to be inserted into the Vision to take pins, and hopefully this report isn't coming true. And number 2, Gunther needs direction. Now, the ring general Gunther returned to the ring on Raw in a glorified squash against R-Truth. While it's always great to see Gunther back in the ring, he without a doubt needs a clear direction and feud. I mean, this is the 3rd time he's come out and called John Cena a bitch. I mean, can we move on from that now? This is likely going to come around the Royal Rumble, but WWE have to be extremely careful and ensure that the momentum of Gunther retiring John Cena just doesn't cool off. Nothing on the show stood out as downright ugly. The show capped off a solid year with the red brand, and it appears that WWE are going all in on the first Raw 2026 next week with numerous title matches. What do you guys think of the last Raw of 2025? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now, first story looks at a wrestler rejects a WWE return. Gail Kim, the former WWE and TNA Impact Wrestling standout, has revealed that she turned down a recent offer to return to WWE. The news came during a fan Q&A at the GCW Fan Slam convention in East Rutherford, New Jersey, when a follower asked if she might be coming back to WWE. Kim responded that she had indeed been presented with an opportunity to return to WWE, but she had to decline the offer. While the specifics of a WWE offer weren't shared, whether it was for an in-ring return, a backstage role, or something else entirely, it's confirmed that WWE did reach out to Kim and she declined. Rumors had circulated early in the year when she was spotted backstage at a WWE NXT taping, which fueled speculation about a possible role within the company, possibly as an agent, but that doesn't appear to be happening for now. It seems that her decision to decline WWE's offer suggests that she's choosing her own direction in 2026 and beyond, rather than returning to the company at this time. Next up, CM Punk urged to retire. Our next story looks at a plea from WWE legend Kevin Nash, who's urged CM Punk to retire. And despite Punk being the reigning world champion in WWE right now, Nash has stated on his podcast that it would be in Punk's best interest to call it a day in the ring. I watched Punk in the main event of that match last Monday. Number 1, if you're the heavyweight champion of the WWE and you wrestle in a t-shirt, ouch. Number 2, his punches look really slow. He looks slow. I think it's time for him. I think he's done. These comments from Nash have led to a ton of criticism on social media, as a lot of fans are labeling the comments as bitter and resentful. Whilst Punk is definitely no longer in his prime, he's still able to have fantastic moments, and just this year alone, he had stellar matches with the likes of Seth Rollins, Gunther, and even John Cena. Do you agree with Nash and think that Punk should retire now? Next up, WWE has been exposed. A notable journalist, Brandon Thurston of Pro Wrestling, has uncovered details about Vince McMahon's reinstatement to WWE back in 2023. New court records reveal that McMahon's quote-unquote retirement in 2022 was anticipated from Endeavor executives, and that it would be temporary, with a sale or major transaction anticipated shortly afterward. In a shocking revelation on the day McMahon stepped down amid misconduct allegations, Endeavor executive Mark Shapiro privately predicted the former chairman would return to overhaul the board and potentially sell WWE. Now, the reason this has become mainstream news is that on the road to WrestleMania 39, Nick Khan stated publicly that McMahon was no longer in the creative process within WWE. However, a text exchange has revealed that McMahon was heavily influential when it comes to Roman Reigns defeating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39. Vince would say, "Hey guys, just double checking, does Roman and Cody know the new creative re-WrestleMania and next year?" Bruce mentioned, "Not to my knowledge. I don't know if Paul has had a conversation with either. Roman's first appearance since we spoke is in Friday in DC. Both will be there in person." What's interesting is that Nick Khan told Vince to use Signal instead of email so that they could probably hide this communication. Vince McMahon's final email to members of the WWE board had also been revealed. This could also lead to the idea that Cody Rhodes was going to actually win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 39, but Vince reportedly changed the plans at the last minute. Next up, Kenny Omega defends William Regal. William Regal has received some flack for calling out wrestlers for landing on their heads, but Regal was only trying to help young talent, but naturally the message has been widely misinterpreted, and some fans believe he was targeting AEW directly. One AEW talent has thankfully shut these criticisms down, as Kenny Omega took to X to state, "Regardless of timing or perceived intent, the general message from Mr. Regal remains a positive one. Tribalism, whataboutism, and other isms aren't needed here. Safety often takes a backseat when a wrestler is locked in and actively chasing the dragon. We all sometimes need a voice from afar to tether us back to reality and tell us that the risks have consequences. The odds aren't in our favor and none of us will walk away unscathed." Omega then urged fans to not turn this into a company versus company issue. This isn't a company versus company or wrestler versus wrestler. This is all about a general awareness and a knowing that the cost of what we do is directly related to the amount and severity of risks that we take. Keeping that in mind, as athletes, we aren't all created equally. As responsible adults, we all need to be realistic and know our physical limits. I'd have to give my head a shake if I wanted to try a twisting shooting star, but I never say a word to Pac. I look at this all as great food for thought, something to always be cognizant of. It shouldn't be about making it a competition. Now hopefully this puts an end to all the nasty comments being directed to Regal's way. Next up, a WWE star wants a Hell in a Cell match. 2025 actually marked the first year since 2001 that WWE failed to deliver a Hell in a Cell match, but one star is urging WWE to feature him in the popular match type. Javon Evans spoke to Going Ringside and even stated that he wants to take part in an upcoming Hell in a Cell match. Dream match, I want to do a Hell in a Cell. I would love to do a Hell in a Cell. I would love to do one because it's great. I grew up watching them and I was like, I have to do it now. So I have to do a Hell in a Cell. Before I retire, I have to do a Hell in a Cell. Evans no doubt has some wild and crazy ideas when it comes to the match, and hopefully WWE books him in the match type sooner rather than later. Next up, a WrestleMania match pitched. A WrestleMania is still a few months away, but one WWE legend has pitched a blockbuster match for the grand show. After the Usos captured the tag titles on Raw, Matt Hardy took to X to state, "Congrats Usos, well-deserved win as you guys absolutely killed it. Maybe at WrestleMania it's time for the Usos versus the New Day versus the Hardy Boys in a generational dream match." Now, the Hardy Boys have already wrestled on NXT TV this year, so the match isn't out of the question. One idea that's been circulating on social media today is that the Hardy Boys should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame and then have one final WrestleMania match the exact same weekend. This is definitely something WWE should consider. Now that the Usos are tag team champions and within the division once more, it's 100% guaranteed that the duo are in a tag team title match on the big show, and this type of dream match would certainly deliver the goods. Next up, a WWE star forced to retire. And neck injuries have been a trending topic this week, and unfortunately, it's now been reported that due to the severity of Piper Niven's neck injury, she may be forced to retire. During a segment on the Wrestling Observer Live, Bryan Alvarez noted that Niven has been out of action since August and stated that she might never wrestle again due to the severity of her condition. This is incredibly awful news, and we certainly hope that Niven is able to make a full recovery and one day compete in the ring once again. Next up, Dominik Mysterio confirmed to be injured. Reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominik Mysterio is currently dealing with an injury. The injury occurred on December 20th, but the positive news is that Mysterio is in good spirits and the WWE is being cautious on having him wrestle again. Intercontinental Champion and AAA Mega Champion Dominik Mysterio hasn't been seen of any of the WWE live events since Guerrero de Titans on December 20th. Reports came out after the event stating that Mysterio suffered a shoulder injury of some sort. Sources indicate to Body Slam that Dominik Mysterio is in good spirits following the injury scare and the company is just being cautious with him. It was also reported by the Wrestling Observer Radio that Dominik Mysterio he found out that he does not need surgery. What I was told today is that they're looking at 3 to 4 weeks, so it's not a long-term thing. He should be back for the Rumble. The timeline is fluid, but 3 to 4 weeks is the number he got from the doctors. Now, the fact that he hasn't been stripped of the Intercontinental title is probably a good sign that the injury isn't serious at all, and we should expect him back on TV very soon, or as the Observer pointed out, in time for the Royal Rumble. Whatever the case, we here at WrestleLamia wish Mysterio a speedy recovery. And finally, a WWE name set for a monster push. Our final story today takes a look at the WWE status of Oba Femi, as new reports has indicated that we can expect a major push for the talented star. According to a report from Body Slam Plus via Patreon, WWE were extremely impressed with Femi's work against Cody Rhodes. WWE officials were said to be unbelievably impressed by Oba Femi's appearance on SmackDown and Saturday Night's main event. So much so, vignettes for Femi have aired on both SmackDown and Raw since. The report then added that WWE sees Femi at the level of Bron Breakker. Sources indicate to Body Slam that officials view Femi on par with Bron Breakker. Femi is expected to be called up to the main roster very soon. If Bron's current push and trajectory tells you anything, it's that Oba Femi will be a special case and main event player for years to come. Femi is destined for greatness on the main roster, and if this report is anything to go by, 2026 could be the year of Femi in WWE. But there you have it folks, our look at Raw as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.